The Royal Rumble Go Home Show edition of Monday Night Raw took place in Wichita, Kansas tonight. And you start the show off with Seth Rollins making his way to the ring. He's born a few states away in Iowa. He says he wants everyone to know something. He says they have all been played in making him the man he is today, and he is now the Monday Night Messiah. That's what we have to call him, Monday Night Messiah. That's kind of annoying. Says thank you to everyone. Thank you for believing him. He announces he's in the ring with Buddy Murphy and the authors of Pain, Akam and Razor, and he announces his new disciple is Buddy Murphy, so he's the Messiah. It's a thing because I know he's an atheist, so I guess he wants to do this. I don't know. I guess mocking religious people. I think it's okay. To him it is. He rips into Samoa Joe and Kevin Owens. Eventually they make their way out. KO comes out, then Joe comes out. Kevin asks Joe if Seth talks too much. Kevin says he understands. Coming out here and gloating about taking out the Big Show, you should be proud of yourself. The problems that you are running in, the B will run into him back eventually, and they want to fight. And Seth eventually challenges them, and you have Joe and KO go up against the AOP, and Seth runs out. Him and Buddy Murphy run out, and he runs out, and the other three guys get their asses kicked. So he didn't look good there, but he's a heel. They show a video package for the United States Championship ladder match, which is going to be really good. Go backstage, they show Charlie Caruso with Seth Rollins, Buddy, Akam, and Razor. They're walking in the back. Charlie asks if they were caught by surprise. Seth says they expected to have the Viking Raiders behind them. Says they are challenging the Viking Raiders to the Tag Team Championships tonight, so you got a big title match. So you get two title matches. Next, they go to the United States Championship ladder match. You had Andrade Almas with Zelina Vega, who played a pivotal role in this match, defending his title against Rey Mysterio. Ladder match stipulation. We start off a little slow. They don't really use ladders too much when we go to commercial. Then we come back. Here's where the ladders really get played into use. There's some spots earlier where he does a dive onto the outside. They use some ladders. There's a bad, brutal ladder bump in which Andrade hit like his really lower back into the ladder, which was disgusting. Like it was extreme pain. There was a suplex onto the ladder. There was a powerbomb off the turnbuckle by Andrade onto Rey. And eventually, what we have now is we go to the second commercial, and this is where the match really starts to pick up. What you have is basically a ladder set up in the ring, and you have two ladders connected to the ropes into that ladder, so it's set up on the sides, on both sides, and the two big spots are we're supposed to set up in which both guys fall through the ladder. First, Rey does a sunset powerbomb onto Andrade. It was supposed to break the ladder. It does not. What happens is Andrade messes up. Andrade fucked up in this match. He was bad here off the mat. I think he made two terrible botches. One, he almost killed Rey. But I thought Andrade was weak in this match. Rey goes for a sunset flip off the ladder through a table. He does it, hits it. However, Andrade was late to fall down, so Rey falls and Andrade falls, and the ladder slightly cracks, and they have to take it out, but it looked bad. It was a bad botch. And eventually Rey takes on Andrade with the 619. However, Rey goes to the top. He gets the briefcase. He holds on. Andrade takes the ladder out from underneath him. And it looks like, Rey's done. However, Rey is able to catch. He tries to do like this West Coast pop. However, Rey almost breaks his neck. This looks so bad. Andrade fucked up badly. He was supposed to catch Rey. Rey tried to do it well. Andrade fucked up again. He was supposed to take it. He did not. So two horrible botches by Andrade. Rey almost is paralyzed. Thankfully, he's okay. It was a horrible botch. This takes out Andrade, even though it looked way worse for Rey than Andrade could ever imagine. However, Zelina Vega gets up. She raises the belt to win, but Zelina Vega climbs the ladder. She climbs to the top, and she sits there and right on top of the ladder, and Rey can't do anything. And then eventually Andrade recovers. He attacks Rey, and he does the big DDT from the ladder side, and they go through they go through a ladder. They smash through the ladder, which looked brutal. DDT through the ladder. Rey is out cold. Andrade goes to the top, and he retains the U.S. title. So hell of a matchup here, but Andrade keeps it. It looks like that's the end of the feud. However, it looks like this is it. Zelina pulls up the ring mat. Andrade is about to kill Rey Mysterio. DDT onto the outside. However, Humberto Carrillo makes his way to the ring. He fights off Rey, or he fights off Andrade, and I guess he'll fight Andrade for the title next. But Humberto Carrillo defends Rey Mysterio, but it looks like the Rey Andrade feud's probably over. We'll see what they go next. You have Aleister Black come out immediately after his wife. He faces some guy from Wichita, kills him in about 2 seconds. So Aleister Black with the squash. They studied Drew McIntyre locker room ready for his match against Randy Orton. They officially announced a tag team title match. Seth and Buddy Murphy challenge Bert and Eric. Lesnar and Heyman come out to the ring. Same old shit every time. Oh, I'm so bored of seeing this. I'm sorry. I know Heyman's the booker and he's had a great run, of course, but this is so boring. We see the same shit every fucking week now. Goes on and on. Boring. Brock just stands there. Still champ. Stands there. The winner of the Rumble gets to pick champion to face WrestleMania. Brock says no one's worthy of main eventing. He wants to become a double champ. Ricochet comes out, and man, Ricochet's horrible on the mic. I like Ricochet, but he was horrendous on the microphone. Like, he was just terrible. He came off awful. Looked like he was nervous as fuck. It looked just awful. He tries to call out Brock. It does not look good at all. Eventually, he gets into a fight with him, and Brock, he kicks Ricochet in the knee. He says he's not scared, and he leaves the ring. This was just a disaster, man. They should Charlie Cruz interviewing Randy Orton. Orton goes off on McIntyre. Next, Orton has a match at McIntyre. This was alright. This was decent for a while. They had a good matchup here. What they had was Orton, Drew and Randy have a good matchup here. Orton hits a superplex, but Gallows, Anderson, and AJ come to the ring. They go after Drew. Drew fights back, but match ends in DQ. Orton comes back, hits an RKO, and then Drew hits a Claymore. They all leave. However, once Drew is able to clear out the ring, him and Orton stand tall, and Orton comes out of nowhere, RKO, takes out Drew McIntyre for good measure. Drew is out cold. Then Drew cuts a long promo, and this is where I'm starting to think, Drew might win the Royal Rumble here. He's out cold, but he comes back. He says he promises to beat Randy. He promises to win the Rumble. He's going to kick Randy's head off the shoulders, and he'll main event WrestleMania. Seemed convincing. Drew is one of the favorites to win this thing. They showed Charlie Caruso interviewing Charlotte Flair in the back. Charlotte is asked out being the one who had the most eliminations last year. Says she's prepared to face anyone and anything. And all of a sudden, Becky Lynch comes out, and she just stands right next to Charlotte. It was a cool angle. Then Becky she leaves, and Becky's obviously going to the entrance ramp. I like that a lot. Then Charlotte says she was won by someone who was supposed to be in the match last year, which was Becky. And she's going to win the Rumble. So it could be Charlotte and Becky. That was a tease. It could be that. I wouldn't mind it. I really don't care about Becky and Shayna because I know that match is going to suck. It's not that they can't they'll be terrible. But okay, that's going to be one of the main events in that WrestleMania crowd's 9 hours in Tampa Bay in the hot. That match is going to die a death. The way Shayna works, she's so boring. That match is going to suck. Don't book that match. You want to book a good Becky match? I think Charlotte's probably the better match to do. I wouldn't mind seeing Becky. Especially if it's Sasha, Bayley, Becky, Charlotte, I'm happy. I think those are two good matches to go with. We've seen them in both a billion times, but at the same time, it's cool to see them in that angle. Becky comes out, cuts a promo on Asuka and Kairi, and she wants to beat Asuka bad. Kairi and Asuka come out. Becky faces Kairi, saying, decent matchup here. Becky had a good match with Kairi a few weeks ago. It was actually a lot better than this, to be quite honest. So Becky and Kairi have a good matchup here. Good near falls. Looks like Becky was going to win. Becky goes to the turnbuckles. Asuka tries to get involved. She gets knocked off. Becky hits a forearm, and the Becky explorer to Kairi, saying she gets a disarmer. Kairi saying taps out quickly. Becky with the win. However, Asuka, after the match, hits a Shining Word, applies the Asuka lock, hits a round kick, beats Becky. So Becky's pretty much Asuka's bitch. That's how they're selling this match. And Becky has to get her redemption. I'm sure she'll beat Asuka at the Royal Rumble. So they're selling it up good. She can't beat Asuka. Yet Asuka has her number. And she'll get her eventually. After the match, they show Scare Screamer interviewing Casca and Kairi, and they both yell at her in Japanese, and they get mad. So and Asuka eventually cuts a promo in English on Becky. So, okay, angle. So, actually, before that, they showed a very good video package. Before the Scare Screamer interview, they show a very good video package for Rocky Johnson, which was really good. And there was also a Martin Luther King one that was good too. So next we go to the tag team match. You have Ivan and Eric defending their titles against Buddy Murphy and Seth Rollins. Good matchup here. Surprised how it ended. It went on for a commercial. Seth Rollins, Buddy Murphy, your new tag team champions. Rollins hit a blocko. Buddy Murphy got the 3 count after Rollins hit on the apron. They won the tag titles. They celebrate the AOP. I don't know what's going to go on with Seth. He's the champ now. He might lose the belt going into the Rumble, but I don't know what's going to happen with Seth Rollins. I assume he's going to have a bigger match or something than some tag match. But I don't know what they're going to do with them. They could go down against AOP at WrestleMania. That looks like that's what we're going to get. But well, they have a lot of places to go. But Seth and Buddy Murphy are tag team champions. Surprise here. Surprised they won it, but they gave it to them. Then they show Sarah Screeber, and she's back with. By the way, I like her outfit. I have to say that. She interviews Seth and Buddy. They cut a good promo. They're happy they're champs. And we'll see where it goes from there. They go to a horrible Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins thing. I'm not going to talk about that. It sucks. Some stupid SNL bullshit. No one watches SNL in 2020. Matt Hardy against Eric Rowan. Eric Rowan kills him, and he brings out that stupid thing. They keep teasing. May as well just wait for WrestleMania to reveal it, because I don't give a fuck. What's it going to be? Is it like 7 ahead? It has to be something shocking. They go to Lana, Lashley, Liv Morgan stuff. In the main events, Lana and Bobby Lashley against Rusev and Liv Morgan. Okay, I don't care. I don't care if this angle. I'm going to skip it. Don't care. I don't care if Lana and Liv Morgan make them in the middle of the ring. Okay, I do. If something happens, I'll say something, but it's just a tag match. I don't care about that. So that was it for Raw. The Royal Rumble is this Sunday. We have a go-home show, a lot of stuff to do, a lot of uploads. I'll upload my predictions later in the week. You also get reviews for NXT and SmackDown, and there's Worlds Collide night before. So, love Royal Rumble week. I love Big 4 pay-per-views, especially it's the best time to be a wrestling fan. Part of Royal Rumble to WrestleMania, Road to WrestleMania. Love it. Favorite time of the year.